Welcome to Shorty Supercoach and welcome to Shorty's Same Game Multi. We're taking a look at tonight's game, Gold Coast and the Dogs. Now, there was a bit of interest in these the other week. I did Hawthorn versus Melbourne. For those of you that sort of followed along or followed up with how it went, we got one of those through, which would have given you a profit if you were betting in the same units that I was betting. Small profit, but hey, it was fun for the ride. And we were so close on the second. James Warple, we had 4 of the 5 legs, and it was Warple that let us down, getting 14 touches instead of 15. So fair to say that stung a little bit, as I was reminded about in the comments, but nonetheless, that's sort of part of it. It's a bit of fun. So, but definitely in the comments, there was, a few people asking for me to do a few more of these, and I've been doing a couple myself. As I said, I'll have my mate Watto joining me pretty soon. I think we'll take a look at the Friday night game for a bit of a same game multi. And I'll also be having a look at Adelaide and Essendon. I know it's a little bit down the track, but I like the look of a couple of odds there, so I want to get stuck into it. But before I take you through my 2 multis, just briefly how I roll. I don't spend that much. I'm not a big gambler or anything like that. $20 is what I bet with, and if Watto gives me some of his thoughts, I'll put something on what he's betting as well. So it's never really going to exceed $30. That's sort of what I'm comfortable with. So point being, bet within your own limits and your own means and what you're comfortable with. The main thing should be, these same game multis, I only go disposals. I just find it's a bit easier of a viewing experience rather than hoping this guy kicks a goal, but you're hoping the points are less than this, and you need this guy to get 3 touches, but you need this or that, and, it can get messy. So I stick pure disposals, and I just go for, anything I'm looking for between $3 and $4 odds, ideally. And, the main thing is that you're getting around it, having a bit of fun with it, barracking for those players, but certainly don't be going over the top with it. I really wanted to stress that. But my first multi, we've got McRae to get 20, and then we move into the 15 disposal market. And I like going in the 15s because it's obviously much easier to get, even in the shortened games, but you do get some reasonable odds. I feel like 20 touches, only the absolute ball magnets, you can really rely on that. But in the 15s, we've got Bont. I think he'll do enough to get that. I know he's not always in the clinches, sometimes plays forward, but I think that'll work us all right. David Swallow, I have for 15. He's a reasonable, if you can sort of get $1.20, and build that up over 5 legs, it's not too bad. I've got Brandon Ellis in there at $1. I can't remember what I got him at, but about $1.20, $1.30. And then the main one that sort of beefs it up a little bit is Lockie Weller to get 15. So at the moment, he's at $1.33. I've got a feeling he was about $1.40 when I put this bet on. Now, interestingly enough, this came to $3.60 today, and I got it at $3.50. So I did it before the teams, and obviously Lockie Hunter went out. I'm not exactly sure how the markets work and whatnot, because this other multi that I'll tell you in a minute, things changed with the teams, the odds have fluctuated, and I've actually got a better price yesterday than I can today. So I will look to put these bets and these videos out as soon as I can from when I place it, so you guys can get similar odds. But once you power play and do those sort of things, more or less it's the same. But so we need McRae 20 and Alice, Swallow, Weller and Bont to all get 15. And I tend to whack a tenner down on that and give me 35. The other one, we've got Caleb Daniel to get 15, Bailey Smith to get 15, Tuke Miller to get 15, Jack McRae to get 15, all really confident in those. Tom Liberatore to get 15. I'm pretty confident in that, but you just don't know what Libba does sometimes, whether he just tackles all night and gets 12 touches instead of getting 20. And Jack Bowes, however you say it, to get 15. So this is all the 15 disposal market one. Now, obviously, it's a bit of a safer one. I think I did the odds before. I think right here, right now, at like 3:30 on a Thursday, you can get $2.75, and you can probably power play that to close to $3. I got it at $3.10 and boosted it to $3.30. So I whacked the tenner down on that. And point being, is I think they can both get up for sure. And if they do both get up, great. I get about $70. Fantastic. If they both go down, okay, that's not great, but I'm pretty damn confident. I haven't taken a stack of risks. You know, they're gun players that play through the middle. So I'm really confident in just getting one. And if one gets up, I'll either win 15 or I'll win $13. Now, I don't think I'm going to retire on that. I don't think I'm taking a luxury holiday on that. Not that I can anyway, being a Victorian. But my main thing with this is I'm not trying to give you these odds and give you these multis to, you know, fund your retirement. But it is a bit of fun to follow along with, particularly if you are watching as a group. You know, you're having Thursday night beers or something like that. Friday night beers might be a little more applicable. But that's probably what I've mainly found. You know, last week I won both of mine on the Friday night, had no good on the Richmond Kangaroos, and then we won one and just missed out on that other one in the Hawthorn Melbourne. So, you know, see what you reckon. Take a look at it. I think the main thing to take into consideration is know your players, know their defined positions. I tend to steer away from guys that may spend a bit more time forward depending on how we're thinking, or some guys might play off a flank or a wing depending how the coaching staff approach it. So I like to keep it pretty reliable in terms of the players and err on the side of less legs. And, you know, if you're not going to get as much of a bigger odds, it's always better to win 4 legs than go, oh, I want a few more odds on that. You know, I want bigger odds. I'll chuck a 5th leg in. Your heart's not really in it. And then you get screwed over because you only get 4 out of 5. So it's always better to win on shorter odds than lose by trying to just bump it up for the sake of it, you know. And I've found doing these, sometimes there are players that just offer a little bit more value, as I'll show you in the Adelaide Essendon one, and I feel you can build them up a little bit better there. So anyway, all the best. I hope you guys can follow along with me tonight. Hopefully we can get a couple of these wins over the line. If not, you know, hopefully a few of our Supercoach players will go all right too. I'll be doing my weekend preview later tonight as well. You know, discussing a few of the key trades that I think we need to be doing. But that's all for tonight. All the best. Cheers.